Hey guys, I was watching a video here and it triggered some emotions on me and I got so sad. Why I got so sad is because guys, I looked at life and I said, what is life? Life is the way you want to take it because I don't know why women should be made giving birth machines by men. Women can decide to live a life of liberty. They don't have to be told uh you have to get so many children by their husbands and obey. If you don't feel like giving birth to a child, you can stay. You don't have to be told you must deliver a child. Now I know you are lost. Why you are lost is because you are wondering, why is she talking like that? It's because a man gives you a child, and before this man child is 9 months old, you are already pregnant with a second child. So this child comes, a second child comes, and you are carrying the first child on the front. And the child who is 9 months old, 11 months old, is on the back. When a child is 11 months old, it means you gave birth at what? No, the child cannot be 11 months, maybe 15 months old. Yeah, there may be a case whereby you can have a child who is 15 months old and a newborn who is a month old on your back. And it is very sad. I looked at this scenario and I wondered. And the woman is again pregnant on the third pregnancy again, carrying a child on the front, another one on the back, and a baby. Who is to blame for this? And I looked at this scenario and I said, no, 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 no. Women have to be told that they are not giving birth. They are not machines for developing babies. If the sun is so bright and it is burning my eyes, so I have to pick the shades or what. So guys, I'm just here because of my fellow women uh, out there, and I'm here to ask women, do you have to give birth like you are a machine? What do you start to gain out of that? Because it is your body, and it is you who suffers the pains of pregnancy and delivery. And you know how, you who have delivered know how intense those pains are. Okay, let's look at this on from the other angle, because there are many people out there that are looking for children, and they are like, I wish I can get pregnant, or I wish I can get a baby. And when you hear me say that, you are like, does this lady know how much I suffered or struggled trying to get pregnant in order to have my own child? Yes, that is very good. In fact, if at all you ever struggled trying to look for a baby and God blessed you with one or two, you are blessed. And I thank God for you. But I'm talking of those women that you see have not been very blessed with a lot of education. And because of that, they are married to men who are dictators. And they have told them a man is never told a word no. You don't say no. Meaning that even when this man wants to put a child in you, obviously he sleeps with you. And you cannot say no. Because you have no right. You are a woman after all. Why should you say no? So he gives you a child this year. Next year he gives you another one. The other year he gives you another one. And it is you who is carrying all these children with your belly. And you are like looking so wasted. And this man is out there playing cards at the shopping center. You know, that is what I saw. It was a movie. It was a video I was watching. And I'm like, no, this has to be discussed. It's not that this man is helping you in any way. He spends his day at the shopping center out there playing cards or playing whatever games they do, play when they are seated idle in the shopping centers, then drinking a beer or two, coming home drunk in the evening, asking that you give food that he did not even provide, and uh, again, he takes you to bed and gives you a fourth child. And you're not supposed to say no, because if you say no, he's gonna beat you. Now, I want to talk to you women. You who say that, oh, where am I going? You know me, I decided not to go because I don't know where to go with all these children. Now, where am I going with children? And I've got four children, I've got 3 children. Where am I going with the children? You got the first one. and you got a second one and a third one. Why were you getting all these children? Wouldn't you have decided your life that time? Because you are always clever when you get, I think problems give you wisdom. Problems will make you wise. So when you found out that the man that you are calling the husband is not even providing for you, and you continued even getting a child and a second one and a third one, and then when they have reached 4 is when you start asking, but you are saying that I go now, where do I go with all these children? You shouldn't speak that way, because you have been there, and it is your life, and there is nobody who should teach you how to live your life. In this life, you have to be clever. Ladies, you have to be clever. You have to say no when a time comes for you to say no. You have to say no. And you have to refuse. He cannot keep adding children to you. And then you keep asking, where do I go with 6 children? It is you who gave birth to them. When you are giving birth, you never consulted anybody. So avoid things when these things that can put you to a corner when they go out of proportion. Avoid them. Avoid these things, women. And I'm here to talk to my fellow women here and tell them it is never too late to say no, and to say enough is enough. When you say enough is enough, you are saving your life, and it is you who is saving yourself. Do not ever feel like, oh, how is it gonna be taken? Is it gonna be taken like I'm not an obedient wife? You are not a machine for giving birth. Okay, first child is always, an excuse. You can say, okay, I got the first child and I had not even planned for this child, but it's okay. But when you go ahead and get a second and a third and a fourth, what are you thinking? Look and see far. Women are supposed to see far, because you have to know what kind of a man you have that you call a husband. A person who does not provide is not supposed to be called a name husband. He doesn't provide. So, a person who does not spend time with you, or take you on holiday or take you places, is not even supposed to be called a husband, because what is he doing out there with other people? You should be the first person, the most important person in their lives. So he should be with you and advise you and help you. People that are supposed to be married are supposed to sit together and agree. How many children are we gonna get? After how many years are we gonna get a second child? Or a third child, or a fourth child? That is, if you have to go that far. As if you are a machine. You have to sit with this person and decide. And after that, you also still have to sit down with this person and think about provision. How are we going to be educating our children? Which schools are we taking them to? When are we buying this and that uniform, or this and that item in the house? Because most of these women that I are making me so this way, is because you see the poverty that is with these ladies, and you wonder who will ever educate these women. Most of them are the very poor women. They are not educated at all. So it's like they don't know. They don't know. It's like they don't know what to do. It's like they don't know. It's like they don't have a brain. It's them. Somebody has to decide for them. So I'm thinking I'm looking at it this way. A woman is born by the parents, brought up, and then gets married. On getting married, she's out there saying, okay, now I'm so and so's wife. And the first thing that happens to a woman after marriage is a child, the best thing that happens to her. And it is good. But when the first child comes, ask to be given time. And if you don't want to ask, get to be wise, to be given time to space the first child from the second. Space, so that you are able to look at the future that you think you have with the person who is giving you these children. You have to know whether you have a future with them. So you obviously look at them differently, or in a very wise way, so that you decide, am I doing the right thing? And on getting a second child, you should think twice before you even think. about getting a third one. Where are you taking all these children? Especially if you people don't have an education. You have to give your children an education because you already see the life that you are living. You can see the sufferings we are going through. And it is all because you don't have an education. So sit and think, am I going to be able to provide education to my children so that they don't go through what I'm going through? Because I'm sure you're not enjoying life. So there comes a time when somebody advises you, and that somebody is me, telling you that you are not a machine for giving birth. And you cannot give birth to so many that you cannot even feed. Children start dying because they are hungry. Yet you had given birth to them. Why are you killing? Why are you punishing these children? There is always a way as a woman that you can be wise and stop these pregnancies from coming. And there is also a way that you also can say no to a man who is not providing. Must you give your body to that man? Tell them no. There is also a way that you should have a voice in that home. And if it means that kimeumana, if it means that you have to separate and go, you had better go, because I don't see why you are staying. In fact, you never know what is out there for you. If you leave, maybe better things will come. But leave at least as you are able to walk with at least one child. Then you can walk away with one. And when you walk away with one child, there's no way you're not going to be able to feed for one child. But when you walk away with 5, you cannot be able to go and feed for these children. That's why you keep saying, oh, why am I going with these children? I decided to stay. And then you are humiliated. You are frustrated. You suffer for the rest of your life and make your children suffer. Because you keep saying, let me stay for the sake of my children. So this was a video to advise women and tell them that there's a reason to love yourself. There's a reason to say no to sufferings. There's a reason to say no to giving birth to many children when you are not able to to give them the necessities of life. You should not ever feel like you are obligated or like you are going to lose something when you lose a man who is keeping on pouring children in you, inside you, pouring children inside you, yet he's not taking care of them. And you are there to give birth, carrying pregnancy after pregnancy, carrying a baby on your back when the other one is in the front and the other one you are holding with your hand. Why are you created in this life to suffer? Ask yourself these questions and stop it. Ladies, it is a time to stop it now. If you are in that situation, or maybe you don't even know you are in it, because sometimes people in this situation do not know that they are in it. Please, if you know somebody that is in that situation, let a neighbor educate another. And let women step out there and tell fellow women, stop this, stop it. It is of no use for you to suffer like you were born to suffer in this life. It is of no use. Decide and make a final decision about your life, because it is your life. Do not bring children to this world for them to suffer. So I was not very happy when I watched that video. I saw very many women that are suffering, and I said, no, these women have to be told that they don't deserve to suffer. They don't. So guys, did you subscribe to this channel? If you haven't, and you like what I'm saying and you'd want this message to reach people out there, please subscribe to this channel, share and comment. Give this video a thumbs up. When you do, it means a lot, because it means a lot to the channel. So guys, subscribe and we see you in the next topic. Bye bye.